As a special needs parents, our day can be extremely overwhelming. We go through so much. Hi everyone, Annasha here. Welcome back to our channel. Today we have a brand new video for you, and on this video I'm going to be talking about the frustrations that us as special needs parents experience on a daily basis. With this video, I posted a question in the special needs group, and I simply asked, what are the frustrations that parents experience on a daily basis? So I got tons and tons of feedback, and we will go through them right now. Someone says, my son's behaviors and aggressions towards us and himself. So a lot of our special needs kids, they tend to be behavioral, and some of the behaviors can be very, very aggressive and self-harming. So this I can see definitely can frustrate anybody, and these things happen daily, so you know that this is an ongoing issue. Someone says, having people ask why I continue to have children after all three of my children have special needs. Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having kids. If she loves kids and she wants to have kids, that can be a very tough one. I don't even know how to respond to that one. Someone says, not being able to have a conversation with my kid. Again, we see the issue of possibly lack of communication, being nonverbal. Someone says, my son only wants me all the time. If I do not do what he wants, it's a meltdown. It makes me feel trapped, and sometimes that brings anxiety and panic. Yeah, sometimes I feel like, even with Shayla, like she always wants her mommy. Like sometimes I feel like I just need a break. I just need to watch half-hour TV. I just need to be with myself for 5 minutes, right? But she's constantly always on mommy. She's such a mommy's girl. Yeah, so I definitely see how that can be a bit of an annoyance, and like you just need some time. You need a break, right? But they need you. They constantly want you, so you have to be there for them. Someone says, the lying was the worst thing. She'd even lie about things that were simple to verify or debunk. She didn't seem to care who she hurts with her lies. So this sounds like an older child with a disability with the lying. Someone says, my daughter is trying to adjust not being in school, and she has done a good job. But she now has a tendency to ask me a dozen of times what our schedule is for the day. I keep her on a routine every day, but with the changes, she feels more comfortable if I constantly repeat her routine for her. Kids with special needs, they thrive on routines, so I understand why she would want to know what her routine is, what her schedule is, but it can be frustrating for a parent to have to go through it over and over again. Someone says, dealing with constant whining, tantrums, and not always knowing the cause to help. Again, our kids with their sensory needs and stuff like that, we don't always know what sets them off. And if they can't communicate with us, then it's even more difficult. So definitely understand why this can be a bit of an annoyance for anybody. Someone says the lack of communication, expectation from providers that should just know. Yeah, sometimes we expect them to just know, but at the same time, we know our kids best, right? We know our kids best. So I appreciate the input of any provider, but I would want a voice as well. I would definitely want a voice in that process as well, but I understand how why somebody would feel frustrated that as a professional you should know. Someone says, just dealing with a high functioning 19-year-old, it's just so hard. Someone says, family sticking their noses in raising my son when they have no rights. Yeah, definitely that could be a bit frustrating because you know your child best and they've never experienced raising a child with special needs, and you're going through it daily, and they wanted to constantly give their input and feedback. Sometimes it's great, but sometimes, unfortunately, we just don't need it. So sometimes you just have to take a step back. So if you have a family member with a special needs child and you keep butting your head and they keep saying you need to stop, please stop. Someone says, when someone scolds me because my child is not potty trained, mostly family members. Although I have tried over 100 times and he is in a group home for 2 years, they still couldn't potty train him. Like, back off already. If you can't support or praise what he had already accomplished, you need to shut up and back away. Well said. Yes, I agree with that one. I mean, again, a lot of our special needs parents, they do so much. There's so many accomplishments. So why not praise the accomplishments? Why do you keep tackling the negative? right? It just brings us down. We already feel guilty, and we already feel sometimes that we're not doing enough. So the negative comments and stuff, we just don't need it, right? So instead, you praise all the positive accomplishments. It goes a long way, believe me, it does. Someone says, asking doctors where and who do we see next? My daughter has a lot of unknown medical issues that I've been trying to get help with. No answers. Yeah, this can be frustrating because you expect the professionals to be a gatekeeper, kind of, sort of. You expect them to be like, to help you, to support you, to help guide you. But sometimes it can be frustrating when they don't. But at the same time, it's like they have so many clients that they work with, right? And sometimes they may not even know. My daughter's pediatrician, back when Shayla was diagnosed at 2.5 years old, Shayla was her first child with autism, right? So a lot of the things that we've done, a lot of the things that we were doing, we were sharing with her, and she was learning along the way with us, and she was able to share with other parents as well. So sometimes the professionals may just not know, right? So it could be anything. Someone says always tired. Another person says lack of support and services. Another person says here isolation, no help. Someone else says the tantrums. Someone else has the meltdowns. Someone says here never getting a break, always having to do it on their own. Someone says I feel alone. I just needed to stop sometimes. So there's a lot that we experience, and it's not like we're complaining. It's just that we go through a lot. A neurotypical child, a family household, it can be hard. It is hard sometimes. But again, I always say in my videos, whenever we tap on that special needs component on top of everything, it just takes it to the next level. So when you see us and you see us frustrated or flustered, offer a helping hand, offer some words of support, offer some kindness. Don't try to come down on us. Don't try to judge us. Sometimes it may not always be right to understand in the moment what's happening. It may need some time. So we just appreciate any support that we can get. And again, thank you to everyone who supports our community. Those who want to help, or if you know anybody in our community, reach out to them and ask. So I hope this was helpful in understanding a little bit more as to what we go through on a day-to-day basis. Not all households are the same. Some things that I experience, the next parent may not experience. At the same time, some things we can all experience. So we appreciate you for who you are, for supporting our community, for learning about our community, and for wanting to make a difference. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. And any of these things that I mentioned in this video, if there's some way or another that you can help alleviate it for special needs parents, go ahead and do that. And if you're already doing it, we appreciate you for it. Remember, if you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. When a new video gets uploaded, you will be one of the first people to know.